It's Mock Draft Monday, and I got your 7th-round 49ers pre-free agency frenzy mock draft right after this. Smash that like button. Let's get to it, baby. What's going on, 49er faithful? It's your boy, the Wayne Breezie from the Wayne Breezie Show, and we have the Wayne Breezie Show's Mock Draft 10.0. It's Mock Draft Monday, and this is the day where we go hamburger and cheese, and we try to mock the best draft for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, when we select a pick, you're going to hear that draft sound, so get ready because it's about to go down. Thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching. And go ahead and become a member of the Breezy Bunch crew. Support the channel right here. All right. Now, this is brought to you guys by Residency, all right? If you want to know who we're partnered up with, that's residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezy, all right? SFBreezy, and you'll save on your total purchase. And I promise you want to save some money, so use that promo code. Let's get to the mock draft. We got the 49ers currently making moves, all right? So they're making moves out there. They're going to be releasing some players. Free agency kicks off this upcoming Wednesday, March 12th, right? So we have tampering today. Like, that's what's going down. You got the tampering period. So you got deals that are already made that can still go south in the 25th hour. All right. Now, 49ers, I believe, released defensive tackle Malik Collins. So we might have to address this mock draft a little bit differently. All right. And I'm going to go off a limb and say that the 49ers are going to go out there and sign a couple of free agents like Joey Bosa. And, you know, it might not be done yet, but Joey Bosa, Jonathan Allen, I just feel like they're going to be 49ers this year. And so let's go ahead and try to fill in some of these holes with this particular mock draft. And we need to get better. We need to get better. We need to get younger. I think this is where we get younger. We get younger in the draft. All right. Will we trade? We'll see what happens. The Niners got 11 picks. They're probably going to need all 11 of those picks, depending on who they bring in free agency. There's some cornerbacks out there that we may go out and get. Asante Samuel Jr., I believe, is one of them. There's just some guys that have been kind of tied to 49ers faithful. So let's go ahead and enter this draft. We're version 10.0. I can't believe we are here. Don't forget, you could check out my full all 32 team mock drafts as well. Things are heating up, man. NFL is going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You got Myles Garrett signing a major deal, highest non-paid quarterback in the league, $40 million per year, which changes things up for the Cleveland Browns. So let's see how they may go in this mock draft. They're probably going to go quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. These hold on. How do I hit the goddamn pause button? God dang it! What the mother? What? I know that didn't just happen. Do you see what I'm seeing? Can y'all read this? They drafted Armand Membow. They don't even have a quarterback. Why would they draft a tackle? Who are they protecting? Nobody? I'm curious to know what in the clots of going on is going on here. The whole draft. Thank you, Cleveland, for f***ing up the draft for me. I appreciate that. For those that are watching, I apologize for my reactions, but I can't believe that the Cleveland Browns just f***ed up. I can't. I apologize. All right, well, I gotta put on my thinking cap. I did not. Now listen, I do have him as the top tackle going. I didn't even have them drafting a tackle. Period. They don't have anybody to protect. Well, all right. Looks like they're going to be signing one of these quarterbacks in free agency. Interesting. All right, so Armand Membow there. Travis Hunter went third. The Patriots get Abdul Carter. Mason Graham going fifth, where I pretty much have him going Jacksonville. Aston NGNT went to the Raiders. They signed their quarterback. See, they traded for their quarterback. They got Geno Smith as a quarterback. I told you, a lot of stuff has changed. All right. Michael Williams, who I thought was going to probably go after, like Mason Graham, went to the Jets. All right, man, I'm not trading up. So, I mean, if anything, we could the Panthers. Okay. So what they want to do is they want to make this difficult for your boy Breezie. That's what's happening. They want to make this difficult for your boy Breezie. Totally understand what's going on. I get it. Now listen, I'm going to review every one of these picks on my Patreon. So make sure you go to www.patreon.com. All right, /the Wayne Breezie, and you'll see me break down the players. I'll go over their stats. I'll tell you why they fit, why they don't fit. We're just here for the mock draft. All right. Dang nabbit. I did not see that happening. Did y'all see that happening? I did not see that happening. All right. So we're on the clock. And the San Francisco 49ers, I mean, there's no Debo. We can go Tet. I would be daggone damned if the Niners draft another wide receiver in the first round, especially this early. My 2 top tackles have been taken. My 2 top tackles are gone off the board. I'm not going to lie. Will Johnson is not going to be, I believe the report is he won't be performing at his pro day. I feel like he's going to drop in the draft. And I'm going to do something different, and I think people are going to be mad at me. I'm going to look at the trades. So right now, Minnesota Vikings, they just signed Aaron Jones to a 1-year deal. They're looking to move up. I'm curious to see what they're looking to move up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to entertain this. I know a lot of people don't want the 49ers to draft back this far. What's this, 13 spots? But let's just see what happens. Let's see what we can get. Looks like we'll get that 97th. And, I mean, just for value, we'll get more. We can get all their picks for them pretty much moving up. Let me go ahead and entertain the Detroit Lions trade either because I want something higher than 97. I want that 60th pick. So if I can get that 60th pick back, which I can, and it looks like you can get all their picks. For this pick is costing a lot of money. Interesting. I'm just trying to see where the trade is going to change. Now, we know we're not going to get that. So to move up, I would say 17 spots. They're probably going to look to draft Jahdae Barron. If we do drop back, I like the value. So if we can get pick 28, we can get pick 60 and maybe 130, 101. I want that comp pick. I'm not going to lie. I'm stingy. I want those top 3 picks. If I can get all that haul, right, which it says it'll more than likely be accepted, and I know I can ask for more, I think I would do that. I think I would do it. I'm going to offer the trade, see what happens. For those that's not going to like this, I understand. I dropped back 17 spots. Oh, well, you can send me my booze. I get it. Let's resume draft. I just feel like who the Niners can go after because positions are going to be filled, right? I feel like at 27, 28, I may be able to get what I need, right? I may be able to get what I need. So I'm losing out on all these top tier guys. Totally get it. James Pierce. Of course, James Pierce is going to get drafted right by the Baltimore Ravens. That's what they do. But now I'm looking at the board and I'm liking some of these defensive tackles that are available at this spot. And I talk about stopping the run, about rushing the pass. So I'm looking for that particular guy. I want to go bigger here. And if you guys remember the Niners, Darius Alexander, one of my favorite guys in the draft, interviewed him at the Senior Bowl. Love this kid. He talked 49ers. He talked about Nick Bosa. Loves Nick Bosa. But there's something about Derek Harmon that I like as well. And I think Derek Harmon gives you the size that you're looking for. He's a good combination of run stuffing, pass rushing, all that type of stuff. He's 6'5", 310. I really like the combination of bringing back that twin tower up the middle. All right, I think that's going to be important for the San Francisco 49ers. I do like Darius Alexander as well, but I really feel like Derek Harmon would be really good at setting the plug. All right, so my first pick is going to be Derek Harmon out of the University of Oregon. All right. And let me know what you guys think of the picks in the comment section. So we didn't move out of the first round. We definitely traded back, but we got us a few more picks in the top 100. We got an extra pick. So we're going to be picking 43. We're going to be picking 60, 75, 99. And then we got several fourth round picks. All right. So I really do like what we did. Now, I addressed that. Now I'm going to look offensive line. I know a lot of people wants to address the offensive line. I see Ariante Ursery right there. Donovan Jackson is available. Trapilo is available. Marcus Bowe is available. Jonas Savane is available. Charles Grant out of William and Mary. Anthony Becton, the Mauler up there up the front. I see some guys. I'm not going to stunt. I see some guys as far as the tackle position. But let me go back to best player, and I'm going to look at the holes. I don't know who the 49ers are going to be bringing in as a linebacker. I don't know if they're going to go older free agent linebacker like they did last year. I don't know how that's going to work out. Or they invest money in a free agent linebacker? And my thing is, if they're going to do that and a younger linebacker, why not just try to bring back Dre Greenlaw? But the reports are he's going to test the free agent market. Demetrius Knight is one of my top 5 linebackers. He's good in coverage. He's good at scanning the running backs. He can mirror running backs. He can mirror the people coming out of the backfield really well. He tested really well at the NFL Combine. He had a really good Senior Bowl. Did struggle a little bit in coverage, but I think that's something that he'll get better at depending on where he goes. I do like the Darius Knight. Just looking at some of the other positions that are available, Tyleek Williams, if we do double up, we can get Jack Beck, the wide receiver. Definitely need to replace production from a Deebo Samuel standpoint. Love Trey Amos, could go corner. Suvon Revell is not being talked about enough, in my opinion. We can go that route. All right. Braden Swinson out there. Cam Scatterbo. A lot of favorites, right? Carson Swizinger. I really like this kid. I do. I didn't have him. I don't think I had him in my top 5 linebackers. He's in my top 10. But if I had to pick between Knight and Swezinger, it's tough, right? It's tough. It's tough for me because I really like this kid in coverage, and I also like him tackles, 136 total tackles. Look, I'm going Carson Swezinger. I think the Niners are going to replace him. Let me just look at the wide receivers that are available. I want to make sure that I don't miss. I mean, I see A.U. Maynard right there. I see Jack Beck, and everything is telling me to do that. But I love Jalen Noel. I feel like I could get him later in the draft. I do. So I'm not going to reach for the wide receiver. I do like Xavier Watts. I've been wanting a ball hawk safety. I do like Watts, but I also like Makuba, Billy Bowman, Ransaw. Like, there's some guys out there, but I do like Watts. I feel like I should go Watts. I do feel like I should go Watts. Offensive line again, just going back to the offensive line, because this is where it gets tricky, right? I'm not seeing the guys that I want at the value right here. If I did anything, it would be Trey Amos. I feel like I should go corner. Or do I take a risk and go Revell out of East Carolina? You want the big corner out there. You get the big 6'3" guy. Now, is he a 49ers guy, 6'3"? Is that the typical height of these DBs? Or do they go 5'11" to the 6'1"? I feel like that's the max height. Or are we looking to change stuff up? You know what I mean? Are we looking to change stuff up? I know we need a safety. Diamador Lenore. Just thinking of the holes on the 49ers. They're losing Travarius Ward. You got to replace that. I think this is tough. Linebacker, got to replace that. This is tough. I told you, it's tough. All right, I'm going to go out on a limb. I feel like I'll be able to get a corner that I like for the 49ers. I'm going to get this linebacker right here. Carson Schwezinger. I just want to make sure I get it out right. Carson Schwezinger out of UCLA. All right, we're back on the board at pick 60. So pick 60, we're back on the board. I believe pick 60 is going to be a second-round pick. All right, so 2 second-round picks. The Niners can really double up. So that's what we got. We swapped first. We got a late second, and we got a third, I believe, out of the deal. So this is not bad for the San Francisco 49ers, moving back 17 spots. All right, Restrepo, I love him. All right, I do. I'm not going to stunt. Love the kid out of Miami. I think he's the best route runner, maybe possibly the best route runner in the draft. The Niners still, in my opinion, need the, Darian Porter's here. I know he struggles in tackles and things like that. I get it. I don't feel like he's got the speed. He's got the 4.3 speed. We still haven't addressed the offensive line, and I think Ariante Ursary in the second round would be a steal for the San Francisco 49ers. Just looking at his grades, he would fit to me like a T. He can play both tackles, and you're not looking to replace, in my opinion, like Trent Williams. You are looking for the heir to Trent Williams, but just looking at his size, 6'6", 330, tested well in the NFL Combine. I just feel like that's a pick that the Niners don't want to pass up on. It's Ariante Ursary out of Minnesota. And again, I'm going to break these players down in a little bit more detail on the Patreon. And you guys can go to my Patreon, sign up for the $5 tier right now. That's the special we got going on. And you'll get to see this extra video of me reviewing who I selected in this particular mock draft. All right, in this particular mock draft. All right, man. I've definitely, just a quick review, my first 2 rounds, and I'll review the first. You can see those the extra comp pick we got in the 3rd round. So we got an extra 3rd round pick. So this is really spot on in my opinion. And we still haven't addressed the edge yet. I do want to look at the edge. I think that the Niners, even with the addition of Joey Bosa, even with the addition of Jonathan Allen, I think we go out there and address the edge. And, that's why I went and got Derek Harmon first, because you're going to get that feisty guy. If they get a Jonathan Allen in here, he'll be really feisty. So I like some of the edge rushers here. No one's talking about Kyle Kennard anymore, and I'm trying to figure out why. I really definitely like the kid coming out of South Carolina. I think he can provide what the San Francisco 49ers need out there and setting the edge. I also think he can provide when it comes to pass rushing. So he's pretty daggone good overall pass rushing. He's a 13.1% pass rush rate, so he wins 13.1% of the time. And if that's the number you're looking for, then that's the number you're looking for. You get what I'm saying? Look at K'Mon Rucker, 18.6 pass rush win rate. That word is so freaking hard to say. I don't understand why. But David Walker has been my guy this whole time in this draft. I feel like I don't have to necessarily draft an edge right here. And believe it or not, I got 3 third-round picks. This is my original pick. I can go running back here. Do we go running back this early? Typically, the Niners go running back in the 1st round. But I also talked about addressing the linebacking position. And Chris Paul Jr., in my opinion, can be the hole or the spot that we need to fill. Unfortunately, I addressed it with Carson Schwarzenegger, who I think can do exactly the same thing. I want to take a shot at Kevin Winston Jr. I do. I just don't trust him coming off of this silly injury, It's the injury that's bugging me when it comes to him. Now, I told you I was going to wait on my wide receiver, Jalen Noel. So I got to check and see where he went, because I felt like he's off the board. And I could be wrong, but I don't see him. And me not seeing him is a problem. So let's go back. Let's go up. There's no way he's on. Why didn't I see him? So let me just go wide receivers here. Jalen Royals is there. Savion Williams is there. He's gone. He went to the Bills. I'm looking dead at it too. He's on the Bills. He's right there. The motherfucking Bills, man. All right, so I feel like we're going to address the wide receiving position. The question is who, what, and where. Now, I'm really toddling between Jalen Noel, Savion Williams. Those would be the top 2 receivers on my board. Both of those guys are in my top 5 fits for the San Francisco 49ers, right? And so I'm struggling, because do I go with the 6-foot guy? That can be a problem. He can play the X, Y, and the Z. He kind of resembles, both of these guys can do or fit the Deebo Samuel role, the movable object role, right? The guys that can move all over the field. The thing about adding Savion Williams is you get a little bit more size, right? You'll probably get a little bit more contested catching. You can see his contested catch is an 88.9, and Jalen Royals is a 53.3. But Royals is better in. It looks like he's better in man coverage, and the drop rate is high for Savion Williams. How many drops did he have? He only has 3 deep catches. I get it, man, but he ran like a 4.4 at this height. Like that's ridiculous for me. Right? I like Kyle Williams too. If I had to pick between one of these receivers, I probably go Royals. Just leaning in that in that tier. But I'm going to go ahead and address the running back position. I see Cam Scatterbo there. And look, I don't care about speed or whatever. I know he hasn't run, he hasn't tested. I think the Niners look for another all-purpose kind of like running back that can kind of give you some of the value of what Christian McCaffrey does. Like you can see he's elusive, he can break tackles, everything is there. He's staring us right in the face. I know there's a report out there that he's being sued, but the pick is in for me. Cam Scatterbo to the 49ers. And again, if you're just tuning in, make sure you smash that like button. We did make a round one trade. So for those that are like, well, how they get so many picks? We traded back in the first round. All right. We traded back in the first round. And because we traded back in the first round, we were able to acquire extra second rounder and an extra third rounder, along with swapping the first round picks. I just want people to understand that. Now we're at these comp picks. All right, and so now we're back to the offensive line. I feel like the Niners might go that route. Wyatt Milam from West Virginia. Charles Grant is there. I really love this kid, Harold Fannin Jr. I know he didn't test well. I know he doesn't run well, but you can't knock the kid and the production that he produced at Bowling Green. You just can't. You can't knock it. Like, you know what I mean? In my opinion, you can't knock it. And so I'm just a little, I want to know. It's tough, right? It's tough because I feel like he would be a solid pick for the San Francisco 49ers. He can be that H-back. He can line up in the backfield. He's kind of like just I miss the days of Delaney Walker, and I feel like that's who you can compare him to. He's great in run blocking. He's great around the line of scrimmage. He's great in the red zone. He has great hands. He can catch. He just doesn't possess straight line speed. I'm going to go with Bowling Green's Harold Fannin Jr. As the 99th pick for the 49ers. All right, we're at pick 101, 2 picks later, and a lot of people aren't high. So on this guy, I don't know a lot about him. I did not address the safety position as of yet. I do have pick 112. I feel like there's a safety that I really think would fit well with the 49ers, and Billy Bowman Jr. I thought he tested well. I expect him to be bumped up a little bit. I do see Makuba there. I know Makuba is not going to be your best coverage safety, but I found a cornerback that I think would fit the 49ers super well. His name is Jacob Parrish out of Kansas State. I mean, his tackling is superb. I feel like he's great in tackling. He's great in open space. He's not going to let guys really get by him. He has the speed. He put it up at the NFL Combine. You can see he forced 9 incompletions, leverage 11 coverage stops. All right, and I think this kid can line up nickel, outside. He can blitz. He has the speed to do it all. Jacob Parrish is the pick. That's right. I passed on my guy Makuba. That's a first for me, right? That's a first for me. I usually don't pass on Makuba. For those that are just tuning in now, it's time that I feel like the Niners are going to double up a little bit again. They're making room with the release of Malik Collins. Maybe Jordan Elliott is going to go too. If they do sign a free agent, which I'm hoping they do, it'll be Jonathan Allen. We drafted Derek Harmon already, and so I see 2 guys staring at me in my face, but I didn't address the edge yet. And so it's important that we get an edge rusher that could come in on specific downs and do just that. Not worried about the speed off the edge, because for some reason this particular player out of Central Arkansas just understands how to play edge rusher. And so you're going to see David Walker be mocked in my drafts a lot because he's available around the time that I'm picking at 112. And if he's there, he's going to be a 49er, baby. We're at pick 138, 139, and then we got 148, which is a pick I think we picked up as well. No, we got 148 from the Deebo Samuel trade. All right, we got 148 from the Deebo Samuel trade. Now I'm going to double up at edge right here, but just because of the way that the board is falling, Oluwafemi Oladejo has met with the 49ers. It was a great conversation. Shout out to Steph Sanchez. Was calling us out at the Senior Bowl, noticing the conversations between him, KJ Wright, met with them. It's a big pick. I think the 49ers double up at the edge rushing position. I don't understand what's going on really with the Drake Jackson situation. They could be releasing Yetur Gross-Matos to, just as a cap casualty. I believe that we bring in Joey Bosa, but I said this is where we go younger because Bosa, if he signs a 1-year deal, they're going to need to address this position next year. Leonard Floyd's contract will expire next year, and it'll just be back to Nick Bosa. So they have to address the edge. They have to get younger at these positions. The pick is in. Ola Wafemi Oladejo out of UCLA. Got two. I feel like I just picked up 2 underrated edge rushers back to freaking back. All right, we're back on the board. All right, we have not, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, okay, let's go back and see what we did in the first, almost completed this 4th round. Got one more pick in the 4th round. We got interior. We got a linebacker. We went offensive tackle. All right. We got Cam Scatterbo as our running back. We got a tight end, got a corner, got 2 edge rushers. And I'm not looking to go safety here. This is that and the third. That's not what I'm doing because I need a safety. I want to see who's best available and who can play for the San Francisco 49ers and I think come in and play a damn good job. That's really my key right here. That's what I'm thinking. Like, who would be best available for the Niners? Like Chase Loon out there can play, I think it's right tackle if I'm not mistaken. How do you replace or replenish Colton McKivitz? I feel like they're going to draft in the trenches in this particular draft, and they're going to look to book to get guys. You could put Ursary at left tackle. He could take over from Trent when he retires, and then you got Chase Loon, the 6'8", swift on his toes, excellent in run blocking. He kind of reminds me of Mike McGlinchey. I'm not gonna lie. I think he has a better anchor than Mike McGlinchey, but he just but in the run and the power and the zone, this is the guy you want out there on the edge. So I think that the San Francisco 49ers are going to get Chase Loon out of Connecticut, and boom, now you got your solid bookends for the future. All right, and you can still address interior. I'm not done. I'm not done with the offensive line for those that are watching this draft. We're in the 5th round of the draft. So we're 5th round of the draft, and we've addressed just about, I think, all the positions of need. We went interior. All right, we went edge twice. Okay, so we went interior, went edge twice. We got a linebacker, an athletic linebacker at that, a tackling machine linebacker at that. All right, we also got a running back that just can take the pound and lay the pound and just pound, right? Boom. Tight end, productive tight end that can complement, in my opinion, George Kittle very well. Also great in run blocking. Jacob Parrish at corner outside. We do need to fulfill a couple of spots. Not looking for a quarterback anytime soon. I see Luke Condra, the guard out of Cincinnati. Can we double up? Did we go wide receiver yet? We did not go wide receiver as of yet. So let me just see what wide receivers are available. We are in the 5th round. And who would be a steal for the San Francisco 49ers at pick 150? I love Pat Bryant out of Illinois, but I want speed. I'm not gonna lie. I want speed, and I'm torn. Do I go Dante Thornton Jr. here? I know he's projected to go 199. I got pick 188. Can I play around with that? I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna play around with that pick just a little bit. All right. And you guys let me know what you think. Do I double up at the linebacking spot? Do I look to get a guy like Kobe King? I love Kobe King too, by the way. I don't think they double up. They got Upton Stout listed as a safety here, which I feel like he could play safety. This is the guy that I have comp to Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He's not going to be that deep safety guy that you want, but he could play it. He took 30 snaps there, but he's more of the box guy, more of a slot nickel guy. Can we make Jair Brown that guy? That's going to be the question for the San Francisco 49ers. Like, can Jair Brown be that guy? Billy Bowman, though, is gone. Interesting. R.J. Mickens out of Clemson is here. You can see his coverage grade is amazing. Thought he tested well. See, I'm looking for a guy like this. Dang, Craig Woodson out of Cal. Yeah, I'm not high on drafting the safety unless you get those top 3 early, like Nick Imanwori, those guys. I got picks. I feel like we can get the safety. So best pick available. Maybe we go guard. Maybe we address the interior a little bit. All right, the interior a little bit. 6'4", 328. Dude is athletic as hell. I did like Connor Colby as well. So I do want to just kind of compare the two. I can go Connor Colby out of Iowa, but I think I'm going to go Luke Contra. There it is. The pick is in. My bad. So back-to-back offensive linemen. I said I was going to address the trenches, and I did. So you guys got to give me some props out there in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of the 3 offensive linemen that has been selected. All right, let's speed this up. Not going to waste your time much more. All right, now we're on the board. We're in round 6, and we got 3 7th-round picks, and then we are out this joint. All right, so in round 6, I've addressed it just about every position here except for the safety position. I do feel like there's some value at the safety position that we can get. I do want a wide receiver, and I talked about at pick 188. I want to go with one of the fastest wide receivers out here. His contested catches there. He's a big guy too, 6'5". 6'5" is what he weighed in at the combine. Shout out to them for updating the stats. I'm going wide receiver Dante Thornton. Niners get faster, and they get a guy out there that's big as hell. Big target for me for Brock Purdy. I think that's I like that. I like that. And see, I didn't overreach for a wide receiver. I found exactly what I wanted in a wide receiver. I'm surprised he ran like a 4.3, something. I'm surprised that he's not higher up here in the chart. It's amazing to me. All right, so I've done that. I feel like the days of the 49ers drafting 2 tight ends is over. I don't think they're going to do that again, but I am looking to see who's available. All my safeties are gone. All the safeties that I said were going to be available later on in this draft are freaking gone. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to take a reach. Marcus Siegel out of there. Good run stuffing safety. You can see, man, his run defense is there. Doesn't play deep. I just feel like he's the type of guy that we already have. And when I think about the safety position, I'm looking for someone that has the coverage grade, like who can play safety. A lot of people aren't talking about this kid, Dan Jackson, and I get it. He's falling down. He had a hell of a Senior Bowl, though. Hell of a Senior Bowl. All right, coverage is where I'm looking, and it looks like Malachi Moore is going to be my pick at safety, and I'm not going to waste any time. Malachi Moore out of Alabama is going to be the safety for the 49ers. First 7th round pick. Now, in the 7th round, we're looking for those players, man, that you're hoping it can give you something, man. When they get their opportunity, they go out there and get it done. I'm not sure why he's so low here, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, I'm definitely looking to double up at some of the positions that I drafted. So basically, like if my top pick at that position didn't kind of pan out, I'm a double up, right? I'm a double up. So I do want to look at I expect him to pan out. I don't think you need to go Ty Robinson and Derek Harmon. If I'm going to go another interior guy on the defense, I need somebody that I know has got a little bit of speed. A little bit of speed up there up front. Like, you know what I mean? Interesting. All right, interesting. Best player available. We definitely going to draft a quarterback. I think the Niners switch it up a little bit. Let's go Brady Cook here. I think the Niners definitely draft a quarterback in the 7th round. They just don't do it at the last pick. They change the narrative. Brady Cook to the 49ers. If you want a guy that could do what Brock does, he's one of those guys. All right. Let's go with the last pick in the draft for the 49ers. And, you know, I went with safety Malachi Moore. I really like Raheem Sanders as a running back. I don't see the Niners drafting 2 running backs, even though that's a room where you feel like they need the backs, right? Like I feel like the Niners are going to need backs. I just do. I think they do double up, though, at the cornerback position. They need special teams players. They need fast guys. I can't remember what Mac McWilliams ran in the 40, but I feel like he's pretty fast, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have my 40. Do I have my 40 times? I do have my 40 times out here. So let me just quickly double check. Mac McMillan. I know he's on my list because, Mac McWilliams, excuse me. He ran a 4.41. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. Mac McWilliams. I'll break him down on the Patreon for you guys. All right. And 10.0 49ers free agency frenzy mock draft in the freaking books. Round of applause for everybody who actually stuck this out. Sat there and listened to my silly voice talk. All right. Now, they didn't like that I drafted Jack Carson Swessinger. They didn't like that. They wanted me to draft Jack Beck. I got a D+ for that. Mother freakers, man. What? You guys are bums. Anyway, Derek Harmon, first pick for the Niners, addressed the interior. Linebacker Carson Swessinger. Ariante Ursary was the tackle that I was able to get. Cam Scatterbo, running back. Harold Fannin Jr., tight end. Jacob Parrish, cornerback. David Walker, Olufemi Oladejo, 2 edge rushers back to freaking back. Chase Lone went tackle. Luke Conjure went guard. Dante Thornton, wide receiver. Only took 1 wide receiver. Malachi Moore was the safety. Brady Cook got a A+ for that, and then we went with another corner. So we doubled up at the cornerback spot for here. Gonna need some guys to play special teams. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of the show. Again, don't forget to check out the Patreon, where I'm going to break down every one of these players and do a little review on them. So if you want a little bit more in depth on who I was able to get, you're going to have to check it out over there on the Patreon. Love you guys so much, man. Keep it locked in right here on the Wayne Breezie channel, right here on YouTube. Don't forget to smash that like button and make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks for watching. Peace.
What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.